the perfect word, interesting, Roger replied with a chuckle. Extremely organized and strategic. If he says he'll be here at 10:35, that's when he'll arrive. But the guy came back from a visit to family in Italy with the idea of training dogs in water rescue, and now they say he's just about the best in the world. I don't know that we're good at dog training, but we'll certainly give Troy or Zeus a lot of love, the man said with a smile. The man and woman took a turn petting me next, while some of the children played tug-on-a-stick with Troy. Everything seemed to be going just as it should, so Troy and I were stunned when the family left without taking either one of us. We had been so good. Many more days passed without families. I felt pretty confident that Troy was the problem. One morning we were sleeping deeply when I had a sense that someone new had arrived. Both Troy and I blearily opened our eyes to find a man kneeling right there, smiling down at us. I sniffed his hands, finding a rich, earthy odor and strong traces of dog. The man's eyes and hair were dark like Roger's, but his arms and hands were lighter. Roger watched approvingly as Troy and I found our energy and leaped up at the new man's face, trying to lick him. I already have a family lined up for whichever one you don't pick, Marco. That one's Troy, and that one's Zeus, Roger told him. I heard my name, but I was focused on this man, chewing his hands with affection so that he would understand that I, and not Troy, should be his dog. I was pretty surprised when he scooped us both up and stood. Troy and I stared at each other, amazed to be so high off the ground. Thanks for holding them for so long, the new man said cheerfully. I know it's easier to adopt out younger puppies, but there's really no way to test them before they're 3 months. Roger shrugged. You do enough for our rescue, Marco, and like I said, I've already got a family for the one you decide isn't good enough. Oh, the man corrected. I'm sure they're both good, but to work in water rescue, you need to be fearless. By the end of the day, I'll know if one of these can make it through the program. I had never been beyond the gate of our yard, so when the man stepped through it, my nose was in the air drinking in new smells. The man smiled down at us. Ready for a ride in the Jeep? He put us in a crate in the back of a car and closed the door. Next to us was another crate with another dog in it. He was male and huge, with a white face spotted with what looked like mud splatters. Troy and I climbed on top of each other to get a better look. That's Bear, the man told us before he moved around to sit in the front of the car. All right, little guys, let's go find out which one of you will be the next water rescue dog, he called back to us. Soon we felt ourselves moving. Troy splayed his legs out nervously. I lifted my nose to the amazing assortment of scents that were streaking by, a jumble of birds and flowers and other living things. Most obviously, the big dog next to us. A deep rumble vibrated up through the floor. Was this where our siblings had gone when they were carried out of the gate by their new people? After a while, the rumble ended and we stopped moving. Troy fell down. Sharp, clean, nearly overwhelming fragrances flowed into my nose. The man took us out of the crate and set us down on warm pavement. What have you got here, Marco? A smiling woman asked. This was when I decided that Marco was the name of the man who'd brought us here, the way Roger was Roger and I was Zeus and Troy was Troy. The woman was shorter than Marco and carried the same strong scent as the air. It blotted out everything else, this fiercely clean odor. Aloha, Jessica. This is Troy and Zeus. And this is the famous Bear, she said delightedly as the big dog dropped down next to us. Troy and I instantly nosed him, climbing on him, loving him. He regarded us with a dour expression while we tried to bite his jowls. He's so big. Bear's face is English setter, but his body's all Newfoundland like his mother. He's beautiful. Okay, you've got the whole day. The water park's closed to the public for spring inspection, the woman told Marco. That's more time than I need. All I'm looking for today is a sense of how they react to scary things like water slides and wave pools. A rescue dog needs to think of water like air, something to move.